Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
A manhunt is underway in Fargo at this hour. Take a look at your screen. His name is Christopher Riley. Police late Friday alerted the public to be aware of Riley, who is described as a white male, 5 feet and 11 inches tall, weighing about 185 pounds, with brown hair and hazel eyes. He is also said to be driving in a 2003 gray Dodge Ram pickup with Minnesota plates 400 NTE. Valley News Team's Joseph Ojo has been following this story from the start and updates us now with the latest.
Presence along the 2300 block of 17th Street South in Fargo Friday, there were still some questions. First, how did police determine to identify Christopher Riley as the suspect they were looking for? And second, why was it that officials notified the public about the homicide nearly 4 hours after it took place? So we went to the apartment complex to find out. One neighbor on Riley's floor at the Silverleaf Apartments I talked with off camera said Riley was last seen early Wednesday. I then asked that same neighbor if Riley lived in apartment 201, where police were investigating, because police quickly identified him as a suspect. The neighbor responded that Riley would be seen coming in and out of that apartment all the time, and that Riley would wave hello, seeming normal. I contacted the management of the Silverleaf apartment complex to confirm if Riley lived in the apartment, and they tell us they are not at liberty to disclose that information. Police also did not have a comment as to why the public was notified hours after, and one officer told me that more information would be released next week. In Fargo, Joseph Ojo, Valley News Live.
And although a weapon was left on the scene, police say if you see Riley to call 911. This case is still under investigation, so stick with us here on Valley News Live for all the latest updates. And the Walmart on 13th Avenue South in Fargo was closed for most of the day due to a possible power outage. An associate at the 55th Avenue South location tells us the store was closed due to the electricity being out. They tell us they didn't know the exact cause of the outage. Surrounding stores like Sam's Club on 13th were not affected. The store reopened just about an hour ago. Cool fall day here in the valley and in many parts of our viewing areas, and the leaves are starting to change into some beautiful colors. Let's check in with meteorologist Justin Fanfarelli to see how the rest of our weekend is looking. Justin?
And thank you, Melanie. Good evening, everybody. So we have a very large temperature change across the viewing area as of right now, down toward the Sisseton, Fergus Falls area, close to 70 degrees, but at 42 at Devil's Lake right now, as we have a cold front that is draped across the viewing area up north and off to the west. Northerly winds keeping them cool, and it is a little breezy to windy up that way. Southerly winds in the southern viewing area, where they're seeing more sunshine, clouds, and some rain showers across northwestern Minnesota, and some rain showers are developing into the Devil's Lake Basin. Up to the north is where we're going to see the most clouds and rain shower chances. Down to the south, we'll see an increase in the clouds this evening. Temperatures falling from the 60s and through the 50s. We keep that light breeze turning around to more of a northeasterly direction. So we got one more slightly warm day, and then we will really start to see fall temperatures through the rest of the work week. And we'll tell you when our next chances of some rain is. That's coming up later in the newscast.
Okay, as long as it's rain. I don't want to hear anything about snow.
It's right. It looks like we're going to keep the snow north of the Canadian border, at least through the week. But
Okay,
we'll
good.
see.
Thank you, Justin.
Yep.
And jurors in the William Hain trial on Friday heard from his then-girlfriend, Brooke Cruz. Hain is accused of being a co-conspirator in the murder of Savannah Graywind in August of 2017. Cruz admitted to killing Graywind and was sentenced to life in prison. The doctor who first examined Savannah's baby, Hazley Joe, took the stand, saying it was remarkable she was alive and well 5 days after being abducted, suggesting that Cruz did not act alone.
Now, if we were to take 11 of those dozen people out and just leave you in the room responsible for surgically removing a baby, how would that work out for you?
It would be impossible.
The doctor also said it's tough to imagine Savannah's last moments without anesthesia as her baby was cut out of her, saying it must have been horrifying. The trial resumes on Monday with testimony from Brooke Cruz. And prosecutors have filed new charges in a January 2017 crime spree in Minot after investigators learned of new evidence in the case. They had charged 28-year-old Randolph Garbutt with 2 counts of aggravated assault and 1 count of burglary, according to court records. Police arrested Garbutt and 26-year-old Javantes Barnes following an investigation into an attempted robbery at a Minot grocery store and a separate incident where a man suffered a gunshot wound to the spine and a woman was knocked unconscious. Prosecutors initially charged Barnes with attempted murder and assault in the second incident, but following a later interview with Barnes, they dropped those charges against him and filed a new set of charges against Garbutt. A man is in the hospital after being shot in the face in St. Paul early this morning. Police say it happened on the 700 block of Concordia Avenue in the parking lot of an apartment at about 4:30. Officers arrived and found several shell casings and 2 vehicles struck by gunfire. The victim, who is expected to survive, arrived soon after at Regents Hospital. No arrests have yet been made. Construction on South University Drive and the I-94 interchange will be moving into its final project phase next week. Weather permitting, Monday afternoon, contractors will open 2 driving lanes in each direction. Currently, southbound University Drive traffic has been moving through the work zone in 1 driving lane with 2 for northbound drivers. Traffic will split to be carried on their respective side of travel from the 17th Avenue South intersection to south of the I-94 interchange. Work is expected to be complete in October on this project. And September is National Recovery Month, and that's why FargoCast Public Health will be hosting a community-wide Narcan training event next week. All law enforcement agencies, along with middle and high schools in Cass County, already carry Narcan, a drug that reverses an opioid overdose. Individuals who are concerned about their opioid use or a family member or friend's use are encouraged to attend this free training. Attendees will receive a complimentary opioid overdose rescue kit, which contains 2 doses of Narcan. The event is on Wednesday at noon at FargoCast Public Health. A $30 million natural gas pipeline proposed in northwestern North Dakota would cross under the Missouri River. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is reviewing a permit application from Kinder Morgan for the 10-mile pipeline. It would go beneath the river for about 2.5 miles in Williams and McKenzie counties, the Bismarck Tribune reported. The water crossing would be done using horizontal drilling with the pipe installed at least 140 feet below the bottom of the river's Lake Sakakawea Reservoir. Depending on the timing of regulatory approvals, the company aims to start construction next summer, with completion set for late 2019. A wireless carrier has its eye on providing home internet service. What company that is and their plans is coming up later on Valley News Live at 6. And a semi-truck caught fire on a Minnesota highway, causing it to be shut down for a majority of the day. More details are coming up right after the break.
You're watching Valley News Live on TV, online, and on the go. Always on, wherever you are, whenever you need to know. Valley News Live. You're watching Valley News Live on KVLY, your hometown NBC station.